Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below what you guys want to see in the future, and don't forget to turn on my post notifications, that way you lovely people get notified every single time I upload a video. Today's video, we are going to go into Chapter 7, Part 1 of One of Us is Lying. So let's get right into it. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off of the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 7. Addie. Sunday, September 30th, 2:05 p.m. I shade my eyes against the sun outside the church, scanning the crowd until I spot Jake. He and the other pallbearers put Simon's casket onto some kind of metal stretcher, then step aside as the funeral directors angle it toward the hearse. I look down, not wanting to watch Simon's body get loaded into the back of a car like an oversized suitcase, and somebody taps me on the shoulder. Addie Prentice, an older woman dressed in a boxy blue suit, gives me a polite professional smile. I'm Detective Laura Wheeler with the Bayview Police. I want to follow up on the discussion you had last week with Officer Budapest about Simon Keller's death. Could you come to the station with me for a few minutes? I stare at her and lick my lips. I want to ask why, but she's so calm and assured, like it's the most natural thing in the world to pull me aside after a funeral, that it seems rude to question her. Jake comes up beside me, then handsome in his suit, and gives Detective Wheeler a friendly, curious smile. My eyes dart between them, and I stammer, "Isn't it? Can't we talk here?" Detective Wheeler winces. "So crowded, don't you think? And we're right around the corner." She gives Jake a half smile. Detective Laura Wheeler, Bayview Police. I'm looking to borrow Addie for a little while to get clarification on a few points related to Simon Keller's death. Sure, he says. Like it, that settles things. Text me if you need a ride after ads. Louise and I will stick around downtown. We're starving and we gotta talk offense strategy for next Saturday's game. Going to Glenn's probably. So that's it, I guess. I follow Detective Wheeler down the cobblestone path behind the church that leads to the sidewalk, even though I don't want to. Maybe this is what Ashton means when she says, "I don't think for myself." It's 3 blocks to the police station, and we walk in silence past a hardware store, at the post office, and an ice cream parlor where a little girl out front is having a meltdown about getting chocolate sprinkles instead of rainbow. I keep thinking I should tell Detective Wheeler that my mother will worry if I don't come straight home, but I'm not sure I could say it without laughing. We pass through metal detectors in the front of the police station, and Detective Wheeler leads me straight to the back into a small overheated room. I've never been inside a police station before, and I thought it would be more, I don't know, official looking. It reminds me of the conference room in Principal Gupta's office, with worse lighting. The flickering fluorescent tube above us deepens every line on Detective Wheeler's face and turns her skin an unattractive yellow. I wonder what it does to mine. She offers me a drink, and when I decline, she leaves the room for a few minutes, returning with a messenger bag slung over one of her shoulder. A small, dark-haired woman trailing behind her. Both of them sit across from me at the squat metal table. Detective Wheeler lowers her bag onto the floor. "Addie, this is Lorna Shaloub, a family liaison for Bayview School District. She's here as an interested in adult on your behalf. Now, this is not a custodial interrogation. You don't have to answer my questions, and you are free to leave at any time. Do you understand?" "Not really. She lost me at interested adult." But I say sure, even though I wish more than ever I'd just gone home, or that Jake had come with me. Good. I hope you'll hang in here with me. My sense of all the kids involved, you're the most likely to have gotten over your head with no ill intent. I blink at her. No ill what? "No ill intent. I want to show you something." She reaches into her bag next to her and pulls out a laptop. Miss Shaloub and I wait as she opens it and presses a few keys. I suck in my cheeks, wondering if she's going to show me the Tumblr post. Maybe the police think one of us wrote them as some kind of awful joke. If they ask me who, I guess I'd have to say Browen, because the whole thing sounds like it's written by somebody who thinks they're 10 times smarter than everyone else. Detective Wheeler turns the laptop so it's facing me. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it seems like some kind of blog with about that logo front and center. I give her a questioning look, and she says, "This is the admin panel Simon used to manage content from About That." The text below last Monday's date stamp are his latest posts. I lean forward and start to read. "First time this app has ever featured good girl, BR, possessor of school's most perfect academic record, except she didn't get that A in chemistry through plain old hard work, unless you know how you define stealing tests from Mr. C's Google Drive. Someone call Yale." On the opposite end of the spectrum, our favorite criminal, Nate McCauley's back to doing what he does best, making sure the entire school is high as he wants to be. Pretty sure that's a probation violation there, Nate. MLB plus CC equals a whole lot of green next to June, right? Seems inevitable Bayview Southwest will make a splash in the major leagues, but don't they have some pretty strict anti-juicing rules? Because CC's performance was most definitely enhanced during showcase season. AP and JR are the perfect couple. Homecoming princess and star running back in love for 3 years straight, except for the intimate detour they took over the summer with TF at his beach house. Even more awkward now that the guys are friends. Think they compare notes? I can't breathe. It's out there for everyone to see. How Simon's dead. He can't have published this. Has someone else taken over for him? The Tumblr poster? But it doesn't even matter. The how, the why, the when. All that matters is that it is. Jake will see it, if he hasn't already. All things I read before I got to my initials that shocked me as I realized who they were about and what they meant. Fall out of my brain. Nothing exists except for my stupid, horrible mistakes in black and white on the screen for the whole world to read. Jake will know, and he'll never forgive me. I'm almost folded in half with my head on the table and can't make out Detective Wheeler's words at first, then some start breaking through. Can understand how you felt trapped. Keep this from being published. If you tell us what happened, we can help you, Addie. Only one phrase sinks in. Is this not published? It was queued up the day Simon died, but he never got the chance to post it, Detective Wheeler says calmly. Salvation. Jake hasn't seen this. Nobody has except this police officer or maybe other police officers. What I'm focused on and she's focused on are two different things. Detective Wheeler leans forward, her lips stretched in a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. You may already have recognized the initials, but those other stories were about Browen Rojes, Nate McCauley, and Cooper Clay, the four of you who were in the room with Simon when he died. That's a weird coincidence, I manage. Isn't it? Detective Wheeler agrees. Addie, you already know how Simon died. We've analyzed Mr. Avery's room and can't see any way the peanut oil could have gotten into Simon's cup unless someone put it in there after he filled it up from the tap. There were only 6 people in the room, one of whom is dead. Your teacher left for a long period of time. The 4 of you who remained with Simon all had reasons for wanting to keep him quiet. Her voice doesn't get any louder, but it fills my ears like buzzing from a hive. Do you see where I'm heading with this? This might have been carried out as a group, but it doesn't mean you share equal responsibility. There's a big difference between coming up with an idea and going along with it. I look at Miss Shaloub. She does look interested, I have to say, but not like she's on my side. I don't understand what you mean. You lied about being in the nurse's office, Addie. Did someone put you up to that? To removing the EpiPen so Simon couldn't be helped later? My heart pounds as I pull a strand of hair off my shoulders and twist it around my fingers. I didn't lie. I forgot. God, what if she makes me take a lie detector test I'll never pass? Kids your age are under a lot of pressure today, Detective Wheeler says. Her tone is almost friendly, but her eyes are as flat as ever. The social media alone. It's like you can't make a mistake anymore, can you? It follows you everywhere. The court is very forgiving toward impressionable young people who act hastily when they have a lot to lose, especially when they help us uncover the truth. Simon's family deserves the truth, don't you think? I hunch my shoulders and tug at my hair. I don't know what to do. Jake would know, but Jake's not here. I look at Miss Shaloub tucking her short hair behind her ears, and suddenly Ashton's voice pops into my head. You don't have to answer any questions. Right, Detective Wheeler said that at the beginning, and that words push everything else out of my brain with startling relief and clarity. I'm going to leave now. I say it with confidence, but I'm still not 100% sure I can do that. I stand and wait for her to stop me, but she doesn't. She just narrows her eyes and says, of course, as I told you, this isn't a custodial interrogation, but please understand the help I can give you now won't be the same once you leave this room. I don't need your help, I told her, and walk out the door, then out of the police station. Nobody stops me. Once I'm outside, though, I don't know where to go or what to do. I sit on a bench and pull out my phone, my hand shaking. I can't call Jake, not for this. But who does that leave? My mind's as blank as Detective Wheeler took an eraser and wiped it clean. I've built my entire world around Jake, and now it's shattered. I realize way too late that I should have cultivated some other people who'd care that a police officer with mom hair and a sensible suit just accused me of murder. And when I say I care, I don't mean an oh my god, did you hear what happened to Addie kind of way. My mother would care, but I can't face her that much scorn and judgment right now. I scroll to the A's in my contact list and press a name. It's my only option. and I say a silent prayer of thanks when she picks up Ash. Somehow I manage not to cry at my sister's voice. I need help. I will see you guys in the next part. Bye.